What's bubbling, magical people? Welcome back to the Witching Hour with MsMerlin, where we like to talk about all things witchy and magical. Your one-stop source for everything spellcasting, ascension, healing, tarot, mediumship, psychic gifts, spirituality, chakras, plant medicine, healing, nature, and much, much more. I'm Kimmy, aka MsMerlin, High Priestess and Shamaness, Medicine Woman, Psychic Medium, and Witch Extraordinaire. So let's jump on our broomsticks. Meet me in the Crystal Coven Room. Today's topic is we are doing a special message from Spirit and channeling for today. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So we're going to start with some cards. So again, kind of continuing with that oracle theme of if you want to just like pick up an oracle deck and just start doing it, you can. Okay, everyone is inherently psychic. If you haven't heard that episode, you might want to go back and give it a listen. So I have a plethora of decks here that Spirit had me pull. So we're going to take some cards from each of them as a message for whoever was drawn to listen to this today. Okay, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So 'tis the season. We are going to start with the Samhain Oracle, okay, from Season of the Witch. It was their very first deck because Halloween is coming. So that's what we call it, okay? It's pronounced Samhain, okay? I know it's spelled Samhain, but it's pronounced Samhain, okay? All right. So we're going to look at the Samhain Oracle, okay. All right, so we got the Banshee card here. So somebody is definitely holding on to some ghosts, okay? So it is the season of letting things go that no longer serve us, okay? So whatever that is, whether that is like an old thought pattern, some of us go over those embarrassing moments that that can't just be me, right? Some of you guys do that too, right? When you're trying to sleep at night, you're going over every embarrassing moment that you've ever had in your life, those type of things. Okay, let them go. Let those ghosts go. Let the ghosts of the past go as well. Past hurts, all that kind of energy. All right, move your body too. Just go for a walk or go to the gym or, dance, do yoga, move your body in some way because trauma energy gets trapped in your body and you want to move it out. Okay, women especially, it gets trapped in your hips. So moving your hips around, shaking your hips around, very, very spiritual practice. That's moving the energy, okay? So, yeah, let those ghosts go. Something is haunting somebody. Okay, this is what I'm feeling. Okay? These could be fears, too. Okay? I just picked up on like a fear of rejection, maybe. Fears of something. Okay? Fear of the unknown. Could be as well. You could be presented with an opportunity right now where you're taking a leap of faith. Our nervous system doesn't like that. Our nervous system will always choose a familiar hell over an unknown scenario, right? Because that's what it already knows. So we have to retrain it to allow us to take that leap of faith. Okay, whatever that is, however that applies to you. Okay, so we have the Coven card here. So this is also, you could also have a fear of being seen here as well. Okay, letting yourself have some relationships of people who are like-minded to you. Okay, so allowing some... They just pulled my eyes to a little heart that I have on a shelf there. So allowing your heart to open to new people, new experiences, new opportunities, okay? That could be another fear as well, all right? There could be, the ghosts of some traumas past where it's hard for you to let new people in. It's hard for you to trust. I fully understand that. Okay, so take that however that applies. That could be your banshee there, okay, that you need to let go of, because it's like screaming, like that. When you picture a banshee, you picture that like screaming ghost, right? So it's like screaming in your subconscious to like, deal with me, let me go, whatever this hurt or pain is, okay? And like I said, it could be surrounding friendship here. And I understand that, folks. Okay. So whatever that has to do with in your life, apply it to that. All right. Now is the time to release that screaming ghost. Okay. You can release those pains of the past. You're not doomed to repeat them. Okay. You're wiser now. Reclaim. It's the next card here. Okay. So reclaiming your power. Trusting in yourself. All right, that could be a fear as well. So trusting in yourself to recognize things a lot sooner. But, I think here the energy that I'm picking up on is, people who are becoming aware of these certain patterns here. So you're not going to let these things repeat, right? You're like onto it at this point. Ready for something new. Okay, ready to reclaim your power here too. And on the card, I know I can't show it to you, but it's a naked woman dancing around a bonfire. So reclaiming that feminine energy, okay, that inner feminine. And I was just talking about dancing or moving your body, letting go of those traumas. It's 333, as I'm recording this right now. Okay, so number message for you. So you're going to want to Google that. You can either pause it, or when we're done here, you can Google that and see what it means. Go to whatever one you're drawn to. But yeah, this also reclaiming that feminine power, that's not just about gender, okay? We all have feminine and masculine energy within us, okay? That feminine energy is that intuition, okay? That inner sensuality, okay? That knowing, and the masculine is more protection, action, okay? Lower chakras, okay. Yeah, and the fire here that she's dancing around, I just see this alchemizing, right? So again, like I said, she's dancing here. So like I was just saying, move your body, okay? Alchemize and release some of that energy. Release those ghosts, okay? Someone here has healer energy too. And I'm a Reiki master, in case you guys aren't familiar with me. Whoever's listening out there. And my hands are starting to fire up. So I'm really feeling that. Someone also might have some healing abilities that they're becoming aware of, or that are actually strengthening as well. And you might feel that in like those hand chakras, okay? So your hands might be warming up on you, okay? They might be getting a little sweaty when they never did that before. And you're like, what's going on? You can just feel the energy in them. So you're wanting to like rub them together all the time. I'm trying to think of more clues. I think you'll know if that's for you though, okay? So we're reclaiming that inner feminine energy, okay? That inner healer as well. That's also what I'm hearing here. Okay. So we're going to move on from the season of the witch now. Okay, so I'm pulling the Believe in Your Own Magic now, but my eyes are also drawn to one of the little black cats that I have here. I've got my table done up for Halloween, of course. And the message of the black cat is about boundaries, because they put their self-care above everything else, right? They love, but they're going to do what they are going to do. Cats just have that energy about them, so that's the boundaries. Putting your own self-care above, okay? And some people will call you selfish for that. And usually the people who will say that you're selfish are, sorry, I'm tripping over my words here. Usually the people who will say that you're being selfish are the ones who were benefiting from you not having the boundary. So that's kind of an immediate red flag. Not always the case, and then when you set a boundary, certain people might back up, and that's fine. Then those who will come back around and kind of respect that boundary, those are your people, right? Okay, so interesting here. I got the nostalgia card, and it is the number 33 card. All right, so we just had that 333, okay, 33 again. So you might be seeing that number all over the place as an added synchronicity that this message might be for you. I want you to look it up too. All right, when you see these number sequences, look it up. Okay. I'm going to read the nostalgia one because I feel like I don't want to miss anything important. And again, that was the number 33 card. So focus on the here and now. So this is about being present. You may be spending the majority of your time daydreaming, wondering what could have been, if only things had gone the way you wanted. But by doing this, you aren't giving yourself a fair chance. The truth is that there's nothing that you can do to change what has happened in the past. No matter how many scenarios that you craft in your mind, make improvements to your present at all. So be sure to nurture what you have already been given. All right, so again, letting go of the stuff of the past instead of spending your time sitting there all the time, thinking about it, going over it. And just like that said, it doesn't matter how many scenarios you create to fix a problem. You can't go back and fix it. So why waste your energy putting it into creating these scenarios that won't change anything to begin with? Okay, so this is like how we can stop ourselves from overthinking. When we start to do this, we can start to become aware of it and catch ourselves and redirect somewhere else. Okay, it's difficult to do, but you can do it. Okay, and that's creating new neural pathways. All right. Also, like I said, I'm going to do an episode on crystals, and I'm going to cover lepidolite. And lepidolite is excellent for helping with overthinking, getting focused, kind of calming the mind a bit. So that might be something you might want to get your hands on. And I think I mentioned that in the last video too. So I think somebody out there listening might really, really need that. It helps you sleep too. If you put it by your bed or under your pillow, it's really good stuff. Okay, so we also have the feather card. So we have the number 3 coming through a lot, and feather. So you might be noticing feathers in your path. Okay, Spirit may be dropping feathers to you. All right, now pay attention when this happens to the color that they are at the time. Okay, because if you look that up, they each have a certain meaning. Each color does. And I don't know them off the top of my head. I apologize. I should have been prepared with that. But it's pretty easy information to Google. Okay. So let's have a look at the feather one here. Think before you judge. All right. Is your judgment justified, or is society tricking you into a stance? After all, it does have a habit of making you believe that other girls are your competition and that they must behave perfectly at all times. Step back and take time to figure this out. It's not always clear at first. Okay. So, there was definitely some wounding here. And that probably started from being very little, right? So either your mom was harsh and critical, or maybe she, had you compete with your siblings for affection or whatever it was. Okay. So, or it could have been like cousins or, at school, but that's probably how far back this type of wounding goes. So Spirit is illuminating it for you right now. If you could see this card, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candles on it. Okay, so Spirit is illuminating for you that this might be one of those ghosts. Okay. And I can understand that. A lot of us have dealt with some nasty people in our lives at times, right? Especially, if you're sensitive to energies, and if you're resonating with what I'm saying, then you would probably know what I'm talking about, right? As you're kind of waking up a little bit, so to speak, you get more sensitive to those types of energies. Okay. Yeah, so this is really saying here about those ghosts of the past. Right? So if you can illuminate and shine a light on maybe what started this for you, right? So if you can go back and think about it a little bit, do some reflecting, and see how this might apply. And again, sometimes when you just shine light on something, then it can dissipate. Okay. And then you won't keep having these types of scenarios in your life, or attracting those types of females. And we know the types that we're talking about, super competitive, steal your boyfriend behind your back type of girls. Really judgy, gossipy, all that, those lower energy type of things. Okay. Or people who just kind of want to take advantage, right? When they know you're sensitive and you have a kind heart, right? I know that was one of my biggest things I had to learn, I guess, was I expected everybody to be like me, right? To have the same heart that I did, to care, about other people's feelings and things like that. And I learned the hard way that everybody's not like that. And I always gave people the benefit of the doubt, even when they showed me exactly who they were over and over and over again. I'd still, I'd want to see people's potential. And it took me a long time to really, really let that sink in, so to speak. So, yeah. So however that applies to you, take it how it resonates. Okay, so now I think we will get some angel messages. And I have 2 different decks here. Also, I want to mention too, and more details to follow, but I will be at Picnic in downtown Aurelia the last weekend of October, and I'll be doing some readings. More details to follow, like I said. Okay, so interestingly here, from the angel messages, we have singing and dancing. So it says, express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. So again, another validating message to something I was saying earlier about moving your body, right? It gets you in a higher energy, and also the added bonus of the movement helping release that trauma energy from your body as well. Okay. And I was also talking about earlier how you may be getting more sensitive. Okay. Sensitive to, the energies of other people, negativity, things like that. So again, it might be really helpful for you to listen to my next podcast, which is going to talk about crystals. Okay, but we have the Shield Yourself card here. Okay, so it may be taking you longer to recharge your energy after dealing with certain situations. Okay, maybe even like just going out could be very overstimulating when there's a lot of people around, or you have to, make small talk with a few people. That's very draining. It's very hard to do, so they're reminding you to shield and protect yourself. I'm going to talk, like I said, about crystals in my next one, but I'm going to suggest getting some black tourmaline or carrying some amethyst on you, either one of those. All right, if you are feeling more and more sensitive, and allow yourself that time to recharge. Okay, so wherever you think of yourself as a cell phone, okay? So if it's in your bed or on your couch or wherever it is where you have your space, where you feel comfortable, where you can rest, okay? And rest doesn't just mean like sleeping, okay? Where you can just kind of recharge. Like I said, think of yourself as a cell phone. Where is your charging dock? Okay. And you might have to spend more time there after you're in certain situations, because you're getting more and more sensitive to these energies. Okay. So protect your energies. You can picture also, like, you can picture yourself in a bubble, like, in The Wizard of Oz, Good Witch of the North comes in the pink bubble, right? You could put yourself in a bubble of any color that you want. Again, you could use crystals, and we already talked about free will. So if you would like protection when you're going out, like energetic protection or whatever it is that you want, you need to ask for it. Okay. Use your voice. So ask specifically, if it's Archangel Michael that you have a relationship with, you could just say, Archangel Michael, could you put some protection around me as I run my errands today? Okay. Simple as that. Just use your voice. If you don't feel comfortable saying that out loud, say it in your mind. Okay. We have third eye chakra here. So it is safe for you to see the energy of love in all forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. Okay, so there could be something going on here with your third eye. Lots of that color on the table here, and I know you guys can't see it, but it's that indigo blue, purple color. So I did mention amethyst before. You might want to work with some of that. Also lapis lazuli. But again, you might be noticing that whatever type of gifts that you have may be strengthening at this time. Or again, you might be seeing more synchronicities. Okay, that's the third eye. Okay. I think it was last week, Mel and I were mentioning that the frequency of like number signs and things like that was really starting to speed up. So you also might have been noticing this as well. Okay. And that's like I said, the third eye is like a muscle, right? And the way that you work it out is when you pay attention, right? So when you do look up a number, and then they'll show you more, right? Because you're getting the code, you're understanding the language. So the more that you interact with the synchronicities, if you see an animal, look it up. If you see the number, look it up. The more that you engage with that, the more of that energy you're going to attract. Okay, so you're going to see that at more of a frequency. And I think a lot of you are having your third eye. If it wasn't open, it's starting to. And if it was, I think it's getting a little more powerful, right? Been working that muscle a bit there. Yeah, see, I just split the deck again and we got throat chakra. And I was just mentioning that about speaking, right? Using your voice. Lovingly speaking your truth, okay? And they mentioned too the dancing and singing. Okay, so singing is also very helpful to open up that throat chakra. Chanting also, that works really, really well. Okay, but be making sure that you're getting enough rest. You're allowing yourself extra time to recharge, okay? And like I said, wherever your safe space happens to be, wherever your charging dock is, okay? So yeah, the first card I pulled out here from the next deck I'm going to is Serapis Bay. This is Ascension. So like I was mentioning, getting more sensitive to things, waking up, right? Understanding, seeing things at a deeper level, interacting with the universe, picking up the code of the number signs. So they just drew my attention to my timer over there. And the time right now is 3:55. So 5-5, again, a duplicating number. 5-5 is a big sign of changes. Okay, so a lot of changes happening, and I feel this happening at a rapid pace. So again, that could be one of your ghosts that you're letting go of, allowing yourself to take that leap of faith, okay, because things will be happening rapidly here. And we also have the message of the angel Hope. So love and acceptance. Recognize your own divine worth and choose loving thoughts. So I think a lot of you out there right now are probably pretty mean to yourselves. Would that be accurate to say? I know that I have been guilty of this many times. So we talk to others very lovingly, but we're very, very mean to ourselves. All right, so this is accepting ourselves the way that we are, shadow and light. Okay, I was mentioning earlier, kind of being kept up at night thinking about like all the things that you think are embarrassing, right? That probably no one has ever thought of ever again. But going over those things, right? So accepting those parts of yourself and just letting it go, right? Just acceptance and love for yourself. It's okay to love yourself, okay? It doesn't make you conceited. The way that society has conditioned us, it doesn't want us to love ourselves. We always have to be looking outside of ourselves for something, right? So that's what Spirit's saying. Find that love within first. Okay, and we have Lady Nada here also. So that heart chakra awakening and opening too. And we were talking about that at the beginning of this. So letting people in. All right, you're not going to be repeating those pains and traumas of the past. It's okay to trust. Okay, it's okay to trust yourself. To extend trust to others or to not, right? You know what you're doing. You've got this. So this card is also about awakening to the acceptance of divine love, giving and receiving in balance. So again, letting in those connections that are going to be reciprocal for you. Like I said, I think there was a lot of probably take in the past. When we have giving hearts, that's when we attract people who will take, unfortunately. So you can let that banshee go too. You're going to be able to just recognize the energy of that right away. See right through it. See it for what it is. So you can trust yourself, all right, to allow people into your circle or to not allow people into your circle. And to, they're putting something like a shield around the brain right now. So also, word of advice, when you're kind of going through ascension and stuff like that, the people are not going to get it, not going to understand, because they're very like stuck in the matrix is all I can say about it. Like they're going to think you're absolutely crazy. So just don't even give them the opportunity, when this is first, these signs come in and things like that, choose who you share these things with. Okay. Just trust me on that one. Not to say to not be 100% yourself, right? But just read the room is kind of what I'm saying. Okay. So, yeah, we have the energy of Lord Shiva here too. So transcendence. Honor the inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. So there's the energy of dance coming through a lot there, okay? So that movement. Get yourself moving. Move those energies. Yeah. Rediscover lost parts of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing, okay? So that is, again, about loving yourself. When you are very confident in who you are and you love yourself, that is the type of people, the type of energy that you are going to attract into your life, right? There won't be as many people there to try to shake you, all right? But then you'll recognize that for what it is too. If people try to throw doubt at you or whatever it is, you are confident in yourself. So you don't have to take their opinion as fact, because it's not. You just move on with your day. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of healing happening right now. We have the energy of Hilarion as well. And my throat just got so dry. Goodness. Okay, I need to get a drink. Whew. Okay. So that dryness in my throat was making me think about addictions, right? Because what do they call it when you stop drinking? You dry out, right? So that's like the energy that I was getting. So there's a big collective energy right now of letting go of and breaking these kind of generational quote unquote curses, right? So that could be something that you have finally kind of put to bed for your family line. Okay, so whatever that is. Okay. And addictions come in many, many forms. It's not just like drugs and alcohol. Okay, there's, food and sex, pornography, drama. There's lots of different types of addictions. Okay, gambling, whatever. Yeah, I just feel like I'm hearing like self-soothing. Okay, so changing that mindset. We were talking earlier about creating those new neural pathways. Okay, finding healthy ways to self-soothe, okay, instead of reaching, again, outside of ourselves, okay? When we have that self-love, We're not reaching outside of ourselves for anything, any type of validation, right? We can regulate ourselves on our own. All right. I really like that. I really like that increased energy of self-love. And that, rising above that, that's dark feminine energy of the jealousy and the competition and that. So you won't have that type of stuff coming into your circle. People who are trying to compete with you or whatever it is. Just icky energy. You guys know what I'm talking about. We've all dealt with mean girls at some point in our lives. And not just mean girls, right? Mean boys. So apply it how it applies. So I split the deck again here, and we got the solar plexus chakra here. And again, the message carrying over is it's safe for you to be powerful. Take charge of your life in a positive way. Set those boundaries. It's safe for you to say no to people if you're not feeling it. It's safe for you to let people down. We as adults are not responsible for the emotional regulation of other adults. It's not our responsibility. So if someone's going to be disappointed that you're not going to attend a certain thing or do a certain thing or whatever it is, whatever boundary that you've set, then let them have that emotion. It really has nothing to do with you. So it's their stuff. Don't allow it to be projected onto you. Okay? So the message of forgiveness also coming up. I know that word is hard to wrap your mind around sometimes when you feel really, really hurt. So the analogy that I like to use is just starving the parasite of it, right? That's how you get rid of a parasite. You don't feed it. So anytime that you're maybe ruminating about it or something like that, just remind yourself, catch yourself in that thought that it's, you want to let it go. I don't want to feed that anymore. So that kind of equals out to the same energy. You're still letting it go. Because I know that word forgiveness is sometimes hard, sometimes quite hard to wrap your mind around when something has really hurt you or traumatized you. It really is. But it is for your highest good to release those energies, release those ghosts, release those banshees. My eyes are drawn to my phone right now, which is at 44% battery. Okay, so another number message coming through there, 44. So you may want to look that up. To me, usually that means that angels around, angels are present. So again, they're validating that they are speaking to us right now through these cards and through the channeling that I'm doing. Okay, so we're in a new moon energy right now. So time to kind of rest, reset, okay? As we build up to the full moon again, that'll be, from now until then, that'll be your time to be identifying kind of what needs to be released. And I really feel that it's not external things, really. I think it's more emotional, or patterns, like I said, or limiting beliefs, any of those. Okay, yeah. Adjustments are being made right now. Yeah. So you may feel unsure or extra anxious at the moment, and we're in eclipse season, okay? And it might look on the outside like the world is on fire, and things are just getting worse. And oh my God, what is next, right? Don't buy into the illusion. Take time to breathe out is the one card we got here, okay? So take some time to get outside. Make sure you're getting in some grounding, okay? Put your bare feet on the grass. Take some deep breaths. Emotions are running high is the card on the bottom. And they definitely are, because we have a lot coming up, a lot of stuff that we want to close out before the end of the year. Okay. And we are in Libra season, so that is about balance. We got the card here with new moon in Libra, which is the energy that we're in, and it's a new romantic cycle beginning. Okay, so let go of the old so something new can begin for you. Okay, and we also have here a personal issue reaches resolution. So something that's had your emotions running high, something that may have been one of those ghosts for you, okay, and that could be plural, could be more than one. This is going to reach a resolution, all right? By the time the full moon comes, and I was saying that in this build-up time. So this is going to be a pretty powerful time right now. So watch your thoughts, okay? And start being kinder to yourself, okay? I feel like the energy of the people who are listening to me are very kind to others, very loving to others, but they don't return the favor to themselves. And that is something that Spirit would like everyone to start working on. So that's going to be the moral of today. Be kinder to yourself. All right, guys, that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm reminding you to always make your own magic. Okay? Trust in yourselves. See you later. Stay magical.